Dude, you would not believe how often I get comments where people are like, "Oh, it doesn't like it's not as often as I'm making it out to be, but I get one like every couple of weeks, and I'm like, are you brain dead?" Where they're like, you know, if someone who doesn't like Pokemon, you done over like so and so many hours of a Pokemon game, and I'm like, really, which one? And they're like, Pixelmon, and I'm like, oh yeah, the Pokemon game. Yeah.
The Pokemon Company.
You already know Nintendo would strike this down more times than you could count. Oh, what am I doing? I need to fill that in with stone.
What are you doing over there? Oh, okay.
Me? I'm just filling in the edges. Surely you're gonna need it, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. How much is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
This is gonna be a problem child right here.
What is?
Come here. What's your plan right here?
4, 6, 8,
Uh,
10, 12, 14,
Just
16,
that?
17.
Probably.
Alright, 17 by 17.
Alright.
I mean, you're not gonna be able to like, unless you come up here to the roof, you're not gonna be able to really tell like what's going
Yeah,
on.
I was wondering about the possibility of maybe doing a layer of slabs somewhere on the way up.
Wait.
Okay.
I need to see if this is a boss.
What? Oh, that shiny Zubat over there?
It's real.
Oh my goodness, it's an actual shiny Zubat.
Yeah, it is.
Get it, Michael?
Sure would be a
trying.
shame if I got it first.
No, I called dibs on it.
You didn't call dibs, actually. Dibs?
Well, I said dibs first.
No, you didn't.
Uh-oh.
I got it.
Did you hit it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, my legs.
I
Oh,
need
my
to
legs!
remember- I hope this doesn't catch, because I need to remember that Crobat is pink, not green.
Just never evolve it.
Yeah, Evie like
Or
Golbat.
Golbat.
Actually, I don't
me?
really like, oh, that's true. Really like, shiny Crobat that much. I like Golbat much more.
Shiny Zubat was my first shiny ever.
Same. Pokemon Sapphire, Granite Cave.
Pokemon
I
Ruby.
hate that place. Hate Granite
What's
Cave.
wrong with Granite Cave?
Oh, you don't know the deep lore.
What?
Granite Cave is, it's okay.
The
No,
deep?
it's garbage. Shroom and Lone Wolf, you guys remember, surely.
What am I being asked to remember?
You remember why I hate Granite Cave from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire?
Do I?
It's to do with the Rayquaza.
Oh, I remember this story. I don't remember
The
exactly how it goes.
It was the one and only Gen 3 question I missed on Raiquin's The Raiquiz. And it was the first question, I immediately missed it, and then I answered every other question in like 2.8 seconds following it. Literally every other question I got right, but the very first one was Granite Cave, and I couldn't remember the name of Granite Cave at the time.
Now he'll never forget.
Yep. Hate Granite Cave.
I caught it.
Yay.
What if I had done /Pokekill when you saw it?
Be really mean.
Be incredibly mean-spirited.
Mean and hilarious.
Boop-a-doo-doo. Oh, my legs. Breaking my legs.
What are you doing that for?
What, me?
No, RTK.
Oh, RTK talking about his leg. I thought that you were talking about me placing stuff, and I was like, is this not the next logical step?
Alright, I gotta fix that hole over there.
Lauren!
Yeah.
How's your day been?
It's been alright.
Oh my goodness, Mega Alakazam, what are you doing here?
I've been feeling pretty rough the past couple days, and I'm still feeling quite rough today, but you know, we surviving, I think.
Alright, you don't have to tell us that you're a furry live on stream. Come on.
What?
Mm.
Rough.
Rough.
Bark.
Oh, okay. I get you now.
The genuine confusion in your voice was great.
I was so lost. Dave, come here. Please and thank you.
Oh, nice Kim Possible reference that Michael won't get because he had a bad childhood. Well done.
Is that a Kim Possible reference? I thought it was just a phrase.
I mean, it is just a phrase, but Kim Possible said it in like every episode.
What a polite young lady.
Where'd she get the wool?
I think I got the wool from Jet.
Hmm?
I think I got the wool from Jet.
Never liked that Jet.
I love that Jet.
She gonna show up, by the way?
I was doing the subtext of RTK. She has a job that probably ends at 5 CST. It's 20 minutes from now. She works a 9 to 5, my man.
Oh,
Yeah, you're one to talk.
Yeah.
look, man. I
don't
have
do this
one
office.
job now, alright? Unless you count YouTube and Twitch.
Jet also has one job.
Yeah, but hers is more important than mine.
Are you
Arguably.
monetized on? You were about to say, unless you count YouTube and Twitch, are you monetized now? You got over 1K, right?
Yeah.
Yo, cash money.
I don't make
Literally?
very much,
This is
man.
what we did
But,
once.
you know.
There's no way.
I think
Yeah,
I've
someone
made
better than
more
that, you
from Twitch than I've ever made from YouTube in my life.
That's interesting. I make more from YouTube still.
Well, you have a bigger,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've got, what, 6K followers on Twitch? Something like that?
Yeah.
6.2K. I saw it earlier today. I went to Chaos'
okay.
channel to look at something.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really pay attention to the amount of followers I have on Twitch. I pay attention to the average concurrent viewers.
That's pretty good. I mean, yours is probably average of, what, like 32 something?
About 30.
Yeah.
It varies depending. Right now, all of my analytics are on the downturn because, you know, like, summer ended and I just got done playing Digimon not long ago,
Ooh, that's
etc.,
a
etc.
Totodile.
Chaos.
Love Totodile. Lauren.
Are you going to play Digimon when it comes out? Will you play Digimon next time it comes out?
Will you do a New Game Plus of Survive? Please and thank
Will you
you.
wear wigs?
The first stream that you did of Digimon Survive, I really debated going into your chat and just asking, hey Chaos, are you gonna play Digimon Survive? And I decided against it.
Would have been banned. One of my most hated things is someone asking, are you going to play insert Digimon game that has insert release date? And then one of my second most hated things is when someone says, hey, or used to, thankfully they can't anymore, but they're like, hey, did you know that Digimon Survive got a release date for December 31st of insert year? The same release date they've had the past 3 years, but they just changed the year at the end every time because it's not a release date, it's a placeholder?
No,
Tap the sign
surely
again.
not.
Chaos, are you gonna play God of War Ragnarok?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm so excited for that game.
So am I.
Gotta pick it
God
up
of War
from
is
Best
really
Buy.
good.
Why does it come out on Wednesday?
I'm gonna be like so
Lone Wolf.
busy that weekend, unfortunately. I
Chaos.
have like no time to play.
Lone Wolf, I think you're the only one I can ask that's played both of them other than maybe Slyro, but, you know, it's always a potential, like, minefield asking Slyro how he feels about a video game, especially in comparison to another one. But what do you like more, Horizon Zero Dawn or God of War 2018?
Well, that is actually a very tough question.
I know,
like
right?
them
They
both
came
a
out at
lot.
very similar times, which is why I asked, and Forbidden West and Ragnarok are coming out even closer to one another now than the original two came out, I think. Or maybe they were about the same. I don't remember the exact months. I know Zero Dawn was 2017 and God of War was 2018. So I don't know exactly how far apart they were, but it feels like they're closer together because they're both coming out in the same year this year.
Yeah, I think no, I've thought. I think as a standalone game, because Horizon was just like one game when it came out with 2018.
Yeah.
Like Horizon over God of War, but when I consider like the entire franchise, God of War.
You're taking into account the other, like, 8 games that God of War had before 2018. That's fair.
You play those ones?
Lone Wolf did, I didn't.
I did.
I wasn't
They're good.
sure.
I'm gonna play them at some point. I hear they're good.
Sure will do.
I finished God of War, and it was really good. Good game. Obviously, a lot of people love it. It's their favorite, which is understandable. But I definitely, like, when I was done with it, I was like, I definitely like Horizon Zero Dawn, even just only considering it and not Forbidden West, more so. Probably like on, pretty much on all accounts, gameplay and story, and probably puzzles as well. Not to speak low of God of War, because it's a fantastic game, but when I think back to Zero Dawn, I'm just like, I just enjoyed Zero Dawn to a greater degree on everything.
Yeah, I think it's because Horizon is like a very full game in and of itself, whereas God of War games, the payoff tends to be over the course of multiple games instead of in that one single game.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know, because like I haven't. Obviously, I'm going to have less attachment to God of War 2018 than someone who's played all of them. I'm not denying that there is more enjoyment to be had if you've been a fan of the franchise long term, as opposed to just jumping into 2018 like I did. However, I've been on the internet, and I know a lot about God of War just from like osmosis, basically. Like I can't imagine that those earlier games would make me like God of War 2018 more overall. Like, it would make me appreciate some things more, like when he gets the Blades of Chaos and all that. But I can't fathom it would make me look at God of War 2018 and have a drastically, if even slightly different opinion.
I don't know. I would say with 2018, the older games, you don't really need to play the older games for you to really get the gist of everything in 2018. Like, they made
I don't think so either.
pretty standalone.
Yeah,
You don't need to
they make
know.
it pretty easy to understand.
Again, if you played the older games, especially because like that's what everyone in my chat was saying leading up to when I got the Blades of Chaos, like this is where the people who played the old ones like get their big moment and all, because it means a lot. And then you have the stuff in Helheim with Zeus and all that. But like I knew the gist, right? Like when he came up and then Kratos was like, Atreus, I also killed my father. I was like, yeah, I mean, after Mimir said your dad was Zeus, when I knew exactly who your dad was, I was like, yeah, I kind of guessed that. Like, it wasn't a shock or anything. Like, I knew the idea of the backstory and all. Would it have maybe meant a bit more if I had played the previous games beforehand? Undoubtedly. Would it have been, like, to a significant degree? I don't know about that. Maybe if I, like, grew up playing them, like, I had been, like, a huge Kratos fan my entire life. But if I had played the other 4 or 5 God of War games in the past, like, 6 months, and then I played 2018 after playing them, I really don't think my opinion would have changed much, if at all. Which I do want to make clear, my opinion was incredibly good. That game is fantastic, and I cannot wait for Ragnarok.
Same.
Anyways, that was just a small discussion I wanted to have that was actually on a stream to be chronicled instead of just me bringing it up in a Thursday call or something. I also just really love Horizon Zero Dawn. I did think that it works plenty well for God of War, given the length of the game as well. And maybe I have a little bit of bias with Forbidden West having come out, and I'm meshing them together a bit in my brain without realizing it. But I did feel like combat in Zero Dawn was a lot more fulfilling than combat in God of War, because God of War only has, like, 7 different enemies in it.
Definitely, that I can see. I hope that they widen the enemy variety in Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's not a big deal in God of War
as well.
2018, because I did almost everything in the game in my playthrough, and I beat the game in less than 40 hours. So, like, it lasted plenty long enough, and the bosses were neat and different.
I think it's like a 20-hour average playthrough type game.
Yeah, if you're not like a completionist. Probably.
Yeah. 20 hours maybe if you, like, skip some side quests.
Maybe like 30.
Yeah. I mean, because I didn't get,
I
like,
did
all
around
of the
30.
collectibles on stream or anything. I did all of the side quests and the main story. And it took me about 33, 34 hours. And I only did, I went through, what's the fireplace called? Muspelheim. I got to the top of Muspelheim and beat the Valkyrie. I beat the Valkyrie Queen, and I did all 3 of the Realm Tears in Niflheim. So, you definitely could have beaten the game faster than I did, but I don't think you could have beaten the game drastically faster than I did. Unless you're like a speedrunner, obviously, or you only did the main story.
Yeah, like if you hard focus like the story and that's all you ever did, then yeah, I could
It's gotta
see
be
an
like
argument
a-
of like 20 hours.
I was gonna say, if I only had to do the main story, I think I could beat God of War. Well, now that I know how to play the game, obviously, I could probably do it in like 10 hours or something. But if I had only done main mission to main mission in that playthrough, I don't think it would have been longer than 15 hours.
Yeah, like just the main story, probably.
If you just go from main story marker to main story marker, I can't imagine that game is that long. There are only like, what, 15 main missions?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did a main mission or two that were less than an hour and some that were longer. So I think if you just average out every main mission to being worth about an hour of your time, that's probably around, I'm actually going to look it up.
I don't know,
God
but I
of
remember
War
reading something
18.
about them not like intending the game to like end at the point that it did, and then they just had to
Really?
like, yeah, I think it was a while back that I read
I don't know,
that.
it seemed like a really good, like, I mean, it wasn't a good stop point if it was a standalone game, obviously.
Yeah.
But for a game that you obviously know is getting a sequel, it's like, oh yeah, this seems like a good midpoint. Or even a good, like, 1 out of 3 point, but I believe Santa Monica has gone on record saying that they're ending all of the Norse stuff in Ragnarok. They're not going to do a trilogy.
Oh, really? I didn't know that they had said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's what
I mean, I
chat
guess
told
it,
me
like,
a bunch of times.
It makes sense because, like, you know, how do you follow up Ragnarok in Norse mythology? But, like, you know, the thing to do
I
is
think
trilogy,
I think
so
the
kinda just
original
expected that.
idea. I think the original idea was that Ragnarok would have been the third game.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And at some point, Santa Monica decided, like, hey, with how the development is shaking out and all that, we don't want to stretch this into, like, 2 separate games. We just want to do all the Norse stuff in one.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
I wonder if they said that they have plans for more games after this.
They probably do, but
I
like,
don't think
I'm
they've
sh-
explicitly said so, but I mean, in God
I'd
of
be
War
surprised.
2018... In God of War 2018, they already showed us in that one story. By the way, there are 16 main missions, so yeah, it's probably about
Yeah.
16 hours if you average them out to an hour each. But they already, I mean, like, surely they're going to, because like the original God of War games only did Greek mythology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and these
that's what I'm
games
aware.
are only doing Norse. In one of the story missions, I think it was like the third to last or fourth to last one, in one of the story missions where you find that, I think it's after you escape Helheim and you find the thing that Tyr hid, the hieroglyphs, or not hieroglyphs, but like the, what the heck do you call that when it's like a
It's-
painting on a wall?
Mural?
Mural, there it is, thank you. I could not remember the word mural. When you find that mural on the wall that tells them like how to get to Jotunheim and all, it shows in the 4 corners different markings for different mythologies, and like they have an Egyptian one, and I think a Celtic one, along with Norse and Greek.
I wasn't listening.
So
Did
I-
you say Japanese?
No.
I think there was
I
Japanese.
didn't double fact check it. Maybe it was, but I'm pretty sure someone in chat told me it was 4 corners. 1 corner was Greek, 1 was Norse, 1 was Celtic, I believe I was told, and 1 was Egyptian.
I'm pretty sure I remembered seeing like Japanese architecture in one of those. So
I hope they tackle Japanese mythology. Obviously, like, I'm super biased in which mythologies I care the most about because I love Japanese culture and I play a lot of JRPGs and watch anime and all. But, like, there's so much crazy stuff they could get up to with Japanese mythology.
yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of stuff they could get up with any of them. I'm super down for Egyptian as well. Could you
Yeah,
imagine a
same.
boss fight against Anubis? That sounds pog.
Yeah, there's just a lot of mythologies out there that if they were to just, I would be shocked if Norse was the end of it all.
yeah,
I can't imagine, like, with how much, like, just based off of commercial success, like, obviously Santa Monica can branch out into other stuff, and if they do, go for it. Like, take a break from God of War, maybe, and make another game and then come back to it. But, like, how are you gonna, as a business, how are you going to see, like, the sales of God of War 2018 and then also probably the sales Ragnarok is gonna get and the accolades and everything it gets and be like, yeah, like, and then someone comes up to the meeting like, all right, what do we want to do Japanese next? Egyptian mythology's got a lot to it, and then some dude is like, I don't know, what if we, like, make a platformer instead? Like, who's, like, surely they're gonna be, like, that's gotta already, as Ragnarok is coming out, be, like, one of the things in their, like, board meetings, like, hey, what mythology are you gonna tackle next for our next moneymaker?
Yeah, I mean, as long as the like story doesn't get stale, like they will have a hard time running out of content soon.
I do wonder, like, obviously they can keep using Kratos infinitely because he's a god. So, like, he's not gonna, like, unless they kill him off, he's not gonna, like, die of old age, or people can't be like, yo, Kratos is too old for this. It's like, he's a god. Like, he lives for eternity, or many, many years, however they tackle it in that aspect. But, because I think, isn't it, maybe the MCU has got me messed up again, but, like, Norse mythology, you're not, like, immortal age-wise, right? Can't you get old and die? Because if you get old and die, then you don't go to Valhalla, you go to, Helheim instead?
I think so.
Yeah, you only go to
Yeah, so, like,
Valhalla if you die in battle.
Exactly. So, like, Norse gods, I'm pretty sure Norse gods can die of age. It's just very, very, very long, is all.
Yeah.
So, I think Greek gods are just straight up immortal. Like, they never die. Unless you kill them. So, I mean, like, they don't have to be like, oh, Kratos is getting too old. They can literally just be like, Kratos is a god. We can use him as long as we want. So I do wonder, obviously it'll depend on what happens in Ragnarok with Atreus and all, especially with the Loki stuff. But, like, I wonder how they're going to tackle going into another God of War game. Like, are they going to try and look to, like, will Atreus still be, like, as relevant as he is now, even as he gets older? Or is he going to be, like, become more of a side character? Are they going to try and pawn off main character status from Kratos to Atreus? Like, is Atreus going to die in Ragnarok? Who knows?
I don't think
Yeah,
they'd
I mean,
kill
we'll
off
see.
Kratos, like, at all. So
I don't think so either. I wonder, though, if they would be, like, Kratos retired Atreus in now.
I could
Which, I
see
mean,
that.
from a storytelling perspective, I could see it, but I'm definitely one of those kinds of guys who is like, just keep Kratos in forever.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kratos
I don't
want to
play, I'm not really going to be as interested, like, I'll still play it, and if it's good, it's good. But I'm always going to be way more hyped for seeing, like, Kratos is back than I am for, like, Atreus is the main character now. You know?
Yeah, like, Atreus is cool and all, but, Kratos is where it's at.
Michael, what do you think about this third layer that you placed down being stone instead, or maybe the next one?
Sure.
And actually, what if we did... Wait a minute, I need stone bricks. I don't want to explain it to you, because I want you to see it and then shoot me down instead of just conceptualize it and shoot me down.
Okay.
Alright,
Anyways, God of War is really good. Good game.
One of my favorites.
I'm still hyped for Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Does that have a release date?
Yeah, January, I think.
Yeah,
It
it's
comes
just
out in
digis-
January?
I think so.
Yeah, it's just digital
I hate
only, which
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah, I
Oh
know.
my goodness, I'm so sick of that.
I know.
Oh, I'm so fed up with it.
I will still try and platinum everything on that game, though, if it's got trophies.
It has to have at least one overarching platinum, I'm sure. I just wonder about, like, platinums for individual games, especially when there are version differences.
I guess
How does
it
this make
comes
you
in.
feel upon an immediate look,
I guess it
Michael?
comes in like
I'm
2
okay.
parts. You can
Cool.
buy them as a bundle, but it's like 2 separate games. Like the first 3 games are in one deal, and the rest of them are in the other.
Wait a minute. Sorry, RTK. I was focusing on what I was building. Repeat what you just said.
So they have them separate. Like the first 3 games are together, and so say like you want to go and play like the first 3 games, you have to click a separate app on your PS5.
But you
Or
still buy
PS4.
them as one collection,
I
right?
think you can buy them as both, or you can buy them separately. That's what I understood when I was looking at the website.
Okay, but the 2 separate ones aren't full-price collections.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I thought Capcom might be getting scummy.
I mean, they might. Capcom can do that every now and then. I didn't really look that deep into it, though.
I'm kind
You
of
get 2
thinking,
different things,
Michael...
maybe you'll get 2 platinums.
Oh.
I mean, I want 6 platinums. There are 6 games.
Yeah, that's true.
technically there are 10 games because 4 of them have version differences, which is what I'm really curious about. I find it hard to believe that they would give you 10 platinums.
But the fact that they'll have online play and like trip trading will be
Dude,
sick.
that's insane. We can battle against each other, and then everyone can see that you're better at the combat than I am in that game, but I'm still faster than you, which is why I win all the verses.
I won the last one.
You did win 3. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You won 3. Good job. That playthrough also revealed to me that I had a bit of nostalgia glasses on with 3 because I don't think it was that great.
Understandable.
Compared to 4 through 6.
I also just think I knew more about 3 than you did.
You definitely did. I definitely remember that you were ahead of me, and I'm confident you were going to win regardless. But the undernet layout in 3 made me want to die. It was an actual nightmare, and I kind of just gave up during that part of the playthrough because I was like, I don't want to go through the undernet. It sucks in this game.
Mm-hmm. At one point, you just start playing 6, as what I remember. No,
No,
5. You're playing 5.
I got so mad with the undernet. I was like, this is such boring content on my end. So I loaded up Network 5, which I'd been playing on my own time, and went through one of the liberation missions while you kept winning 3. Michael, I'm kind of thinking that with this we can go in like another layer potentially.
Okay.
I am worrying this is kind of becoming what I said I didn't want to do, where it's just slanted up and then,
Yeah, I think
instead of like ups and downs.
that's true, but this is like this is still like there's a lot of room
How do you feel about
left to do. Yeah, sure. I think that's neat.
I need to
I like the way
Google
you said
this.
I'm down with it.
Anyways, Battle Network, good franchise.
This one's different.
Star Wars
Yeah,
2
this
is pretty
is-
good so far, too.
Did I do this or did you do this?
I think we both did both.
Okay, well you fix it.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I
I
forget.
definitely think right here is where we should build up like a tower of some kind. Don't you?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
You make sense. Got him.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Slowly.
Destroyed by facts and logic.
Absolutely annihilated. What a loser.
Alright, so it's a circular main thing with the drill underneath, and okay, this is a good picture. I can do this.
Shroom, you ever thought about playing a video game before?
No. I hate video games.
I know it.
Who doesn't?
They're just kind of gross, you know?
Just pretty cringe.
Just like anime,
Shroom,
man.
you're not young enough to say that.
Oh, I don't think I ever was.
That's really funny.
Love that.
Dude, I went to a hardware
Lauren, I
store
love
the other day.
how you turned, the way your character model looked when you turned to look at me after that was priceless.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Can you go look at Michael's house? The inside as well.
That's what we're calling it now, is Michael's house. Ooh.
That's Michael's house.
This, do you consider this complete right now?
It's not like I can add things to it. I just don't know what, so I moved on to another one so that I could like
I
think
just
about
find it
this one in the back of my head.
strange to be no window or anything on this left side.
Look at it on the inside. The inside is done. That's why there's no
I
window on the
see.
inside. hmm
I see. No.
Wait, stop!
Ow, why, stop, why'd you hit me?
Because I was trying to get you to stop and you weren't. Look at it from the outside.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't like it, but I'm willing to leave it for you.
I think it needs
Thank
to
you.
be lower.
I'm
Crap.
sorry, I hit you.
No, you're not.
No,
I really don't like it, but I'll get over it.
I need to see this.
I think
it's better
I
with
think
the little
I'm the
step up.
one. This might just be one of my weird Minecraft things where I just despise the concept, but and everyone else will be okay with it. But like I'm willing to take the bullet on this one.
But do you like the rest of the inside of this house?
Yeah, I mean the inside is definitely the best part. This is great.
Yay!
I'm going to, I haven't done it yet, but I found a thing online that said it should be easy to change out picture files and put whatever pictures we want here, so I'm gonna try and
Nice.
do custom
You
pictures
won't
for
let
the
me keep
paintings.
the skeleton for Michael?
Well, no, if this is, first of all, this isn't Michael's house. This is the house that Michael was working on.
No,
Second
this is
of all,
Michael's house. This is where he
second
lives
of all,
now.
forget, if you want to keep something for Michael, I'll find some fan art of Takemi from Persona 5 and we'll
Oh, good
put it on
point.
there.
You gotta be really careful.
I like it. I like all this.
Yay!
What was
The,
was it this?
It's the door.
No, it's the door being on the inside he didn't like.
I'm
I
unbothered
just
by
thought it looked nice with the stair to give it like a little bit of depth on the front of the house, because otherwise the front of the house looks really flat.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
I think
These people hate flat so much.
Like it just
Yeah,
is so
no, that-
flat.
I
flat,
hate that. I
flat
hate
like
that so much.
killed your parents when you were young or something.
Yeah.
You play a game that doesn't have circles. Everything is a block.
You can make circles out of blocks, Chaos.
Yeah, do you know how many circles RTK made
Ah.
on that? Yeah, I like this.
Yay! Thank you.
All right, make all the others look like that.
Okay.
What'd you do to the roof too?
Oh yeah, I changed the roof a little bit. You had it like, where are you? Where did you go?
Yeah, see, this is
You did-
basically
you-
what I would have ended up doing if like.
You did an overhang. So what's your plan for these other buildings?
I did an overhang because this other house that you built, Chaos, looks good without the overhang. So I thought some of them could have them and some of them didn't need it.
And also, oh, I meant to say
you
this
say
earlier,
so.
but someone else was talking. Shroom, is this all you right now with?
Yeah,
with
this is
other
all
roof?
him. He said
'Cause
he
this
was
is great.
mastering this for later. Because
mean,
I
I think
told
it
him
looks
we
great
would
right now.
reuse this house design later.
I like what Dave has built here.
This is good.
Thank you.
You did a really good job.
Much thank.
I hate it, Shroom. You're fired.
Yeah.
Right, CK, I'm gonna kill you.
What?
I'm gonna kill you. I know this was you.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What? What did I do?
I mean, like, maybe it could have been Shroom, but I really believe this had to have been you.
What is it? I'll claim responsibility if it's me, but what is
How do
it?
you not know what
Clean
it
this
is?
up right now.
Yeah, that was me. I'm
That-
trying to break them
That-
because I want the string.
Sure.
Definitely was not me.
It was me. It was me. I want the string.
Hmm.
I just had to go
Still
and make a
blame you.
sword.
Can you
I have to
can
go
you
make
send
a
me
sword
back
so I could
home? I
clean
was
it up.
working on something.
There's a teleport room right over there. You're
Yeah,
so
I-
many steps.
I had to.
Oh
I
my
had to
goodness.
leave them there so I could make a sword so I could actually break them. That's my bad.
Come on, man.
don't
I
know
love
where home is.
string, but I
I'm
would never leave it
just
alone.
gonna have to get... Here, RTK, I don't know where home is, so I'm just gonna have to guess. Tell me if this is the right spot. Are you home?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
looks
home,
about
son.
right. This looks about right.
Was it?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
Uh,
I typed in random coordinates.
Oh,
Alright.
Here, walk back to the teleport room again, please. I'm honestly astonished that it wasn't you that did that, RTK.
I keep my string, man. That's a big magic carp. That's a boss magic carp over there.
Lauren, please do Lone Wolf's house next. It hurts my eyes every time I walk by it.
I thought I heard that Lone Wolf was working on it, so I didn't. I moved on to yours
No.
instead.
No, he was just going getting random materials, I
Okay.
think.
No, like when I said my house, I meant my actual house at home base. I wanna
Ah.
Yeah, the thing
Ah.
that's actually his house instead of just a building that he worked on.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Also, I'm with Chaos on this though. I don't like it.
But look at the inside is what I was trying to get you to do.
Oh, they're okay. All right. I see you guys.